And I'm going to finish texturing and then I'll count. So I think because we're making 2, we have 2 plates picked out. And we guesstimated we needed at least 20 pieces of sausage for each plate. So we're looking at a minimum of 40 here. And some of these are little tiny, and that's intentional. Okay, I think this is the last one that's not textured. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hang on. Found one that was not textured. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We have 26, so we need basically... I just remembered that... Oh! That I have a single cayenne pepper that is ripened on the plant I have on the balcony. I'm thinking these beef tips are going to have a little kick. Lol. That's amazing. It's your special pepper. Kitty Angel Art says, ugh, good evening. I just spoke from the most awful nightmares. Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that. No, not quite. You're close. Which reminds me of a fun fact. You can pollinate your pepper blossoms by stimulating them with a vibrator. It makes the peppers grow that fruit bigger, too. Nice. Good for the peppers. But no, we're doing biscuits and gravy. And we are currently working on the first step of that, which is... I don't know. Wouldn't you feel weird, like, using the same vibrator as your pepper plants? Like you and the pepper plants are sharing it? Okay, I do a vibrator that's just your gardening okay. Because I was like, I know the pepper plants don't know, but, like, I would know. I'm glad to hear that, honey. I'm glad. I'm so glad that this could be instantly addressed. Okay, so we're going to give them a little bit of just a little brown touch, because if you look at these right here that look nice, it's because they have a little bit of brown chalk pastel, like dark brown to black chalk pastel. That's what I was thinking, like... Terrible idea. Pepper plants have oils on the leaves, too. Ooh. And thus began Ashley's letter to Penthouse Forum. It is how we consecrate our bond as gardener and plant. And then the green fist. Oh, no. Oh, green fist. No. And Kid Angel Art says, I'm going to get massagers, which are vibrators and aren't sex aids. Oh no, the burns. For real. Jokes aside, please no one run the risk of exposing to their genitals to capsaicin. Yeah, exactly. And so, as sometimes happens during the stream, we come to the point where we need to make not like we need to make a public service announcement, but we can just remind people that using a vibrator that has been, or any kind of sex aid that has been exposed to capsaicin is an experience that should be entered into with proper preparation for such a scene. We can only advise that everyone enter well prepared if they choose to share a vibrator with their pepper plants. I, I, right? Like, we just encourage everyone to make safe and informed decisions. Oh, God. Um, uh, so it can be summed up as such. One, your vibrator can be used to help your pepper plants. And two, the same, like vibrator should not be used to also like use on your own spicy bits, because it has capsaicin even on the leaves. And so while it is a good tip for pollinating your home pepper plants, you should always be careful when exposing your genitalia and or mucous membranes to organic chemicals. Well, and inorganic chemicals. Anyway, we're also making biscuits and gravy. Okay? You don't have gravy and biscuits in the UK. Hi, Twyla, my honey pie. Oh, little mister's in bed now. Yay! So, Kid Angel, my honey, if you look on the Discord, there's a channel called Reference Picks During Stream. And right now in there's biscuits and gravy pictures a go-go. I'm sorry. I love that Reese has the comment, like, the economical, like all, like, other solutions aside. I'm still listening. I was choked on my soup. Lol, protection on the vibe. This is not a request. Oh, and Bears is telling Kid Angel, if you don't have biscuits and gravy in the UK and you like... Oh, yeah, don't pour gravy on your cookies, honey. And Sith Lord Revan, how's it going? How are you? What is new? Yeah, biscuits in the UK, no, non-biscuits. What is biscuits and gravy called in the UK? Okay, the gravy served on biscuits is also known as creamy gravy. Ah. Okay, sorry. So in the UK, it's called creamy gravy or sausage gravy. Oh, Cassio says, Happy Monday. Just occurred to me they don't have canned biscuits there. I don't know why that was a shock. Canned biscuits. Oh! Yeah, canned biscuits. Like, it's a pressurized tube of biscuits. Yeah, it's like imagine a super fancy toilet paper tube full of pressurized bread dough. And that's pretty much it. And then it pops open. Yes, because they're they're literally pressurized, and you have to break the seal by smacking. Then it goes poof. And hey, Cass, your safe food for a long time. Yeah, Bears, when you move someplace, at some point, you're gonna need to get a really good air fryer, and you're gonna be one happy Bon Bappy. Called baseball bat, a croissant tube. And see, I'm not usually the easily startled one. And so, like, if someone needs to pop a balloon, I'm like, okay, someone needs the croissant, the things open. I just take a spoon and just press it until it goes pop. Croissants from a tube. But 78 now. See, it's 39 here. Once when I was a small child, I would only eat biscuits and gravy for a solid week. But yeah. Kid Angel, my very brief and inconclusive, we get those unpressurized cinnamon rolls. It's like that, only they're a yeast, like a super yeasty dough. Yeah, it says use silverware to pop it, adding more things to the equation really ends up with me getting hurt. Or if I'm feeling impatient, because we used to eat those crescent rolls all the time, I will just take the thing and just fucking bap it against the edge of the counter as hard as I can. And see, and then Mr. Jordy Blood's like, God, like, warn me when you do crazy things. And I'm like, it's fine. I recently bought some breakfast sausage just so that I could make biscuits and sausage gravy at some point this week for breakfast. Lol. And so I keep forgetting, I didn't look up how to actually make biscuits and gravy. And I'm just imagining how I think one would make it, which would be cook off the sausage and then add flour to the fat and then make a roux and then make it into gravy with milk and salt and pepper, right? Oh. We just lost one of our chunks of sausage color. We may or may not need to retrieve it. Probably use half for that, then use the other half to cut with ground turkey for meat sauce. Pasta is always good. We add some red pepper and garlic flakes and garlic here, but they aren't necessary. I make it all the time. Of course, I can't eat it. That was the best part. My mom used to bring us into the kitchen when we wanted to help make biscuits, and we would smack that shit super hard on the edge of the counter. Exactly that. Yes! I used canned gravy last week. Never again. By canned, do you mean like in a jar? Or like actually in like a metal can? Or are we just talking like pre-made gravy? Because gravy is on the long list of foods I don't eat them. Foods I don't eat them. Because Bear's meant to reply to Malone. And Twyla says, don't forget to make them extra southern with Rocky Mountain oysters. How does that involve a crescent roll? What happened to the poor crescent roll that it needed to be involved with that? For anyone who's not familiar, Rocky Mountain oysters, because there are no oysters in the Rocky Mountain. Oh, yay! Okay, good. Thank you. Ashley says, exactly that was directed at your guesses. How to make sausage gravy. Oh, it shows like that on mobile. Oh, okay. And Twyla says, but yeah, Rocky Mountain oysters are bull testicles. Like, and why do we have so many bull testicles? Because when like baby cows, when they're born, if the bull is not going to be like a bull, like a main breeding or boning cow, or whatever the fuck it is, you know, then they castrate them. And so, yeah. And they castrate them with a rubber band. Did you know that if you put a tight enough rubber band around a cow's testicles, they will just basically fall off? Yeah, I grew up in a place where, like, we lived in a valley, and in part of the valley, there was, like, a town where the entire town, a stud bull. Thank you, honey. You live in cattle country. Thank you. I live in ag country with the occasional herd of cows. Like, this is, but no, there's an entire town that just smells like cow poop and the rendering plant. Oh, Castile! I'm so glad to see you! Seriously, I'm so glad. And soon you'll have to, like, fill us in on like how life and like the Florida job and all that stuff is. We need an update. But not like late at night when you're tired. But sometime soon. Oh, and kid get excellent rest also. A boning kid. Well, that's what their job is. Okay. My mother raised goats when I was little, and I remember her talking about castration with rubber bands. Too long, didn't read. 90 Days job review exceeded expectations. You would. You would. And the date went well. Ah! Okay. Amazing. Amazing. I'm super happy for you, and not even in like the least bit surprised. So that is amazing. Yay! Go rest. Go rest for more amazing job performance. And we'll see you soon. But yeah, to castrate a bull, it's like basically a thing to stretch out like a really, really, like the rubber band is like that thick and round, and it just, this tool thing stretches it as far as it can go basically, and then it gets snapped around the top of it. And if you really want to be horrified, like truly horrified, look up how much water it takes to produce 1 pound of ground beef. And then you will truly be horrified. Someone spin the new topic wheel. Look up how much water it takes to make 1 almond or 1 walnut. It's exactly what she described. Yep. Please don't ruin my French toast. And see, Sam, that's why. Okay, the number. I don't know what the number is for almonds, but I know for a pound of ground beef, it is 400 gallons of water to make 1 pound of ground beef. And so if you're eating a little quarter-pound burger, just one little, like a quarter pounder, that's 100 gallons of water for cheese. Almonds is 1 gallon per nut. I think it's 20K for almonds. It's not Rocky Mountain French toast. Not the last time she checked. She was like, no, wrong recipe. Dip the bull testicles into the egg mixture. Optional sprinkle of cinnamon. I forgot you need Worcestershire sauce to make au jus. Looks like I'm winging it again. Strawberry goodness. Those were not eggs. Blick. No. Sam posted an amazing picture of her, like, the stuffed French toast. And I've thought about it, like, 4 times since then. I'm not really, like, a sweets person. So, hang on. Arleona, somebody get out the spray bottle. Arleona, she is not better than you. Fed is best. You have 3 small children. The fact that all of them ate dinner already gets you, like, a big plus. Do not critique. There's no better. It doesn't make her a better person. That reminds me of one of my very favorite posts I've seen about, like, frozen food. It's like, you know, parents out there, don't, like, just, you, there's no excuse for being lazy. You can't, like, there's no excuse for feeding your kids frozen pizza and frozen chicken nuggets. I do not care how busy you are. You take the time to microwave that crap. And that is always, it's just the exact answer. Like, fed is best. Who fucking cares? You know what I mean? Just, ugh. It's so rich I make it every other month. LOL. I threw it all in the crock pot with beef stock and brown gravy. I couldn't even tell you how to make au jus. You just did. And between knowing how to make a roux, having the beef drippings to work with, knowing a bottle of soy sauce, and I have something to work with. Lol. And yes, exactly. Fed is best. There's no better version of that. It's not like, imagine like 20 years from now, like Freda is on Oprah or like whatever the modern Oprah is. And they're like, okay, Freda, tell us what happened. Like, tell us about the incident. And she's like, it all started when my mom bought the gravy packet at the store. It was then that I realized she was not going to make the au jus for that night's dinner from scratch. And the audience is like, oh. And Oprah's like, oh, I know, it's a lot. No, you are doing great. Fed is best. They will eat when they are hungry. Like, yeah. Ooh, and this weekend, I was totally gifted an Instant Pot. Like, an Instant Pot brand Instant Pot. And she said that the sensor doesn't work very well, like, on, like, when you do soups and chili. She said it'll say it's burned when it's not. And she was like, well, do you, like, rehydrate a lot of beans from dry? And she was mostly kidding because she knows me and knows that I'm not fucking rehydrating any beans. I was like, yeah, no. And she was like, yeah, you're fine then, because that's what it was having problems with. I have an Instapot I've used twice. How dare you not make 3-course meals every single night? Yeah. If there's like hot food present in your house every night, I really think that you're doing great. That reminds me, how is Grouchy's health? You were saying last time that his blood sugar was like 275. How is he doing now? Have you found any ways to get more, like, water and... I don't remember fuck, I don't know what you're supposed to do for that. I really have no idea. Is he working with his insulin or whatever? Oh, we've been off carbs for a week and a half now, and it's down to 170 as an average. Amazing! I don't know what his goal is, but I do know that that is hugely different than what it was. That's so great. How are you guys feeling? Because I know that, like, being off carbs can be really difficult for people. And I know that partially because if I tried to have no carbs and, like, no, you know, whatever, I would be a very unhappy Bobappy, and everyone around me would hear about it. Like, it's expensive. It is, because sugar and wheat are cheap. Very, very cheap. And protein and green vegetables are... Yup. Pasta, rice, and potatoes to make meals spread. Yeah, your new best friends are named broccoli and cauliflower. Okay. Hang on, we're going to do a quick sausage count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. I think that is going to be enough. See, Arleona, this... Well, if Grouchy ever ate broccoli willingly, I'd probably faint. Well, let him know that, I mean, it's not like I eat broccoli, like, I guess I do sometimes, but we're old. We gotta make changes, y'all. Like, we have to do shit we're not used to doing because we can't live like we used to live. Your body is officially announcing to you that it gives 0 fucks how much you like broccoli, and it gives 0 fucks how many hot wings you want, that it will be announcing how many broccolis and how many hot wings you will be having. Thank you very much. And then you just gotta be like, okay. I was just going to say, he's not a fan of vegetables at all. I think that's what made the hardest part for him, being okay with veggies, because I'm really picky. He's tried it roasted. We refuse to eat it unless it's roasted or in a casserole with rice and cheese. I find myself enjoying healthier foods after the bad air, and me too. But yeah, broccoli just steamed is like sad and wilty. I like it with butter and salt steamed, but if you get it, like if you look up some low carb sheet pan dinners, if you roast asparagus or roast broccoli, oh god, roasted asparagus is amazing, but it's out of season. Don't buy asparagus. But roasted broccoli, and if you put like a little bit of olive oil and some garlic on there, that is how you get people to eat vegetables, is by like roasting them and elevating them and like getting shallot. Oh god, I fucking love asparagus. I have an amazing recipe for roasted asparagus. Thinly sliced shallots laid over it, garlic, salt, pepper, some rosemary, I think, all roasted on a sheet pan until it's like dark and wilty. It's all in how you present it. So now here's in your free time, Arleona, between having 3 children, feeding a husband, going to school, all of these other things, and now your new job is looking up new recipes for roasted vegetables. I hate asparagus. What? I can force myself to eat it, but not without gagging. I can't. That is wild style. Out of all the ridiculous... Okay, do you want to know how my parents eat asparagus? Steamed and then dipped in mayonnaise. Yep. Just steam in the microwave and dip in garlic mayo. But yeah, Ashley, roasted asparagus, if you want to eat asparagus, try it roasted with, and you like lemon slices, with like lemon slices and shallots and rosemary on it. Look at those. Aren't those cute? These are some of our XL burgers we've been working on. This one has a little pad on the back, essentially, because the layers were a little uneven, and we wanted to, like, have it be, like, a place on the back where we could add the magnet evenly. And so we've got 2 more completed burgers. And then these are the last of our buns for our cheeseburger project. And we're not finishing that one tonight, but we are going to nab the pan from it. See, that is the thing with long, like my hair being this long. I saw like this weird loose hair like hanging out on my arm, but I have learned you can't guarantee it's loose even if it looks loose. Because no, it was just coming from a weird place on my head. Okay. So we've got the oven on. We've got... Hang on, let me clear this out. You smother yours in Parmesan cheese. I do like... See, I like Parmesan cheese on lots of things. And recently my child discovered that he liked Parmesan cheese. And I just found a loose sesame seed in the pan. Not that surprising. Dude. And I really do not want these to all roll off of here. So we're going to give them a little ride into the pan like we do sometimes. Dude. Alright, and so these are definitely going to get pre-cured. Oh, and gosh, French and toasters. Okay. Really quick, we're going to see if we have pepper in one of these boxes, because if we don't, it won't take us very long to grab a sheet and make some pepper. So we're going to look really quick. Oh, I think I see some. All right, hang on. The other night, Bear says, the other night I was playing D&D and the cat was also trying to lay fully on my heating vent. And I turn around and go, you can't do that. Whilst the DM is talking and he just went, well, I'm gonna? And I had to frantically explain what the cat was doing, and everyone was like, OMG, what a little stinker. Oh, I can just imagine you, because you being like, you can't do that, and the DM's like, oh yeah? And you're like, no! It was the cat, I swear! That's so cute. Stinker cats! So if you want to get your cat, like, a birthday present, you could get your cat a heating pad. Cats really like heating pads. Okay. This is, of course, as you know, everyone has in their craft room, one of our mini boxes of craft pieces. We've got sprinkles, we have pecans. Look, we have little cookies. If we want to do cookies, don't hurt me, please. The cat is going to burn herself. And so if we wanted to do cookies for a different holiday, we have pre-made cookies. But what I see right here is pepper. See, we've got the sheets of gray and the sheets of black. These look like they were made to go together in un set. Oh, those are so cute. Look at those little cookies. Oh, so much crap. And we're not going to worry about salt, because when we try to make salt, it just, I haven't been able to do it satisfyingly, and it doesn't give enough to make it worth it. When I've done it so far, it just distracts the eye and makes you go, wait, why? Oh, it's salt. I see. The salt goes with the pepper. It doesn't get hot enough to burn you, but like, honey, the cat has fur. And very strong self-preservation instincts. That's why I'm saying you should get her a heating pad. It'll be warmer than the thing. Get her a heating pad and she'll move off of there to go sit on the heating pad. It's not going to burn you. It probably isn't going to burn her, but it might also might can't. Yeah. Or you could get an electric blanket. If you like to be warm at night. Arleona, have you been warming up your bed with the electric blanket like I suggested a while ago? Well, now it's warmer where you are. What do we decide on the black to gray ratio for appropriate pepper? I really do not remember. It's been a while since we did that. I want to say it's like 3 black to 1 gray, maybe? Oh, I love that you have. It's great. Okay, so yeah. We, like, Arleona got an electric blanket. I want to say that was for Christmas. And then we've all, you know, we all talk in the Discord all the time about, you know, just whatever. Talking about how warm it is. Like, you know, just how cold or how warm. And we were talking about how warm it is where Arleona is. And when she got her electric blanket, she's like, oh, yeah, the cat's taking it. And things about, like, getting in bed with it. And I said, oh, yeah, what my mom used to do was a couple hours before she was ready for bed, she would go turn on the electric blanket and, like put the electric blanket inside the bed. And then, you know, not in the bed. And then turn it on. So when she got into bed, it was just like a warm envelope for her. And I told Arleona about that, and she was like, oh, I'm going to try that. And now she's been doing that since, apparently. Which I love for her. Oh, pepper ratio. Enough pepper to go, wow, that's way too much pepper. And see, I'm thinking about, because we're going to make a substance that will be known as pepper for this, and I'm wondering how much black we need to how much gray. Not like how much we're going to sprinkle, because we're going to see what's cutest, but what it's going to be, yeah. Wonder why everyone's sick. It was 62 days ago and it's 25 now. Ashley says, shit, I forgot about the cayenne pepper. Guess it's going in the sausage gravy for breakfast instead. Oh, and Sam's in a food coma from the stuffed French toast. Oh, we should have got you to take a picture of it. And Arleona says, I have Raynaud's, so my hands and feet are always cold for, like, no reason. I don't know what that is, my sweet. Other than I just learned that it makes your hands and feet very cold. Gosh, French and toasters. I was just at the dollar store with Sparkles, and there was, like, a mini cutting pad, and I didn't get it because I was like, I don't need a mini cutting mat. And now I wish I had the mini cutting mat. That's okay. I got a full-size one. I just got to move some crap. Well, is that one that you made, though? Or is that like a stock stuffed French toast photo? Because I wanted to see what yours looked like. I don't know why. I'm really curious about that. Because it just seems like there's something that interests me about that. According to the doctor, it's just what makes my hands and feet cold, says Arleona. And Ashley says, it's a circulatory issue from what I understand. I've looked it up in the past because I have poor circulation in my hands and feet too. And Reese says, I have that too. Oh my God. Sorry. And was that, oh my God, about someone's medical news? No, it was about Sam's picture of French toast. Sorry. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yay, you. Goddamn, woman. Sorry. The cat is not on my chest directly trying to siphon the heat from my Get you and that cat a heated blanket. Like, seriously, get an electric blanket and then, like, put it not on the heat vent, and then both of you will be like, But yeah, oof. And see, frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if my mother has that too, but as we have discussed, I have, like, whatever the opposite of that is, where my hands are like a tiny oven, and all of me is a tiny oven. And when I sit in a chair, like, now we don't really hang out in our living room, but like when we were all hanging out in the living room, the dogs would be there. I'd be sitting in a chair, and the instant I would stand up, one of our dogs would leap into my spot to absorb the residual warmth. T-Weasel! How's it going, babe? Heidi, hello, Lolo. How's your evening going? How's your Monday? How's your weekend and your week? The week may be young, but we still completed 20% of the work week if you're working a Monday to Friday job. Well, you shouldn't have gotten rid of them. And T-Weasel says, I be. How about yourself? And Bear says, hang on just a second. Bear says, only hyperfixations now. Those things are non-refundable. Good. Work was busy. I was going to say you sound a little, not drained, but just ready for a refill. Gross. Fucking gross, and I'm sorry. Started my day by stepping on a slug in my bare feet in the kitchen. I stepped in dog pee in my bare feet today. So maybe that's a fun theme. So did anyone else step in anything super gross in their bare feet today? Yeah, rainy season in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, we decided to go shopping today. And of course, it's like the rainiest it's been in weeks. And so the rain is just fucking pouring down as we're like loading our Costco stuff into the car. But of course, it's Oregon, it's the Pacific Northwest. So you look around and seriously, the rain is just pouring, and not a single umbrella in sight. A couple of people wearing hats. Well, several people wearing hats and a couple with hoods up, but not an umbrella to be seen. Oh, Bear says, was the slug okay? Ashley, I stepped in a hairball a few days ago. Oh, gross! The slug was still moving, so I put it outside. Oh, thank you. Ugh, I'm sorry you had to start your day like that, though. That's... yeah. I don't think there's, like, there's, like, no redeeming factor to that. You know what I mean? Like, yeesh. Trying to keep my little pieces from springing too far. And what are we doing right now? Of course, we are cutting up little tiny pieces. Oh, wait. Hang on. Because we found this pepper, what we need to do is put our sausage into cure. Hang on. Let me put this in, and then I'm going to read that. Your hat, little guy. 10-minute timer. In our D&D game, there's this one street called Snail Street. And every time we go down it, we quickly ask DM, how many snails are there? And so far, there's been 0 snail sightings. I am suspicious of that. On TV says, I think I woke up all my neighbors by stepping on a live slug. Yeah. One reason. Ashley says, there was one cat down Cat Alley once, though. He didn't like me. And Sam says, one reason why I'm glad I live upstairs. Lol. Ashley says, animal handling proficiency for nothing. Pff, lol. Ashley, that's okay. The animal handling is going to come in clutch when we finally see that snail. You hope it's just one snail. And T Weasel says, roll perception check. D&D. And I don't play. I am just a strong supporter of people who do. And I really don't remember what our pepper ratio is. So we're going to start with not too much gray, because due to the nature of this, we're going to be adding the gray directly to our pre-made black pile in order to see the results. And so we don't want to add too much and have to kind of back it down. We want to add just a gentle small amount. See, that's already starting to look like a little pile of black pepper. Oh, yeah. Okay, oh my gosh, is that cute. Okay. And I'm glad we didn't add too much gray, because any more than this, and I think it would look like just wrong. Okay, now we need to go through here. Make sure there's no funky long pieces. Oh, and look what all our work got us. That! How exciting! Oh my good. We're gonna grab the snail. Can one cast detect snail? No, we're not, because that damages their mantle. Chester, come home. We're gonna gently handle the snail. We're gonna pour water on it and gently lift. Oh, that's nice. And then scream because, woo, snails! Snails! While I was cutting out pepper, I missed an entire snail adventure. Ooh, and that's what we'll do. Okay, hang on. Didn't we set a timer? Oh, yes, we did. Okay. We still have 6 minutes and 30 seconds on that timer. When that timer goes off, we are going to go downstairs. We're going to take a nice 3-minute break, in which I will encourage everyone to, like, get a drink, get, you know, a snack, say hi to your animals, do all of these things, text somebody cute and tell them they're cute. That's always a good idea. Okay, so there's our little precious pepper pile. Robin, how's it going, honey pie? Ooh, welcome. Welcome, Raiders. Mid-drink raid, right? I was just finishing my drink, and we were going to take a break, but we will totally put that off for a little bit and say hi to our Raiders. Robin, welcome. Tell me all about your stream. How was it? What were you making? Ooh, that's a great name. Waluigi loves Nutella. Like, I don't know. It's a statement I can get behind. It just seems like it would be accurate. Like, yeah. I can get behind that. Stream was awesome. Still plugging away on the stained glass window. Well, yes, that's because that's like a mega project. If you wanted to like say like, you'd have to be like, oh, I'm working on like percentage 31 through 35 of the stained glass window, and we completed that. Like there's, right? Like there's so many pieces. Oh, exciting. Yeah, Robin does actual stained glass, which to me is one of like, you know, the tiers of like art stuff. Being able to make a stained glass window is like, to me, that's like top tier art shit. You know what I mean? Like that's, and not to like besmirch anyone else's art, because I do folk art. I do folk art and like handmade art, and that's fine because it's super fun, but it's not fine art. And that's just so cool. But yay, thank you for trusting me with your viewers. Thank you everyone for coming by. My name is Benevieve, and hang on, I'm going to grab, let's see, where's something that we make? Oh, here we go. So we do lots. Oh, thank you, Waluigi. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, and bears would go and follow Robin. We love bears. Okay. So look at these. Are all little cake slice magnets that I made out of polymer. All handmade. And then we also make savory foods. This is our XL cheeseburger. These are magnets. We make lots. Oh, yes. Like we always say, rate a friend, go raid your kitchen. Robin, thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing the raid by. I appreciate you so much. And in the next couple days, the cheeseburgers are going to be up on my coffee shop, whatever it's called. They're not up there yet because they need their resin coat on certain parts. But yeah, these are my XL cheeseburgers. We've got a few different, slightly different styles. One with a nice wheaty bun. But yes, go raid your fridge. And oh, totally. Here, hang on. I know myself. I need to write a physical note or I will never, ever, ever remember to do it. But yes, go forth. Go raid your kitchen. Have a wonderful evening. And thank you for bringing by the raid, love. But yeah, I really like the bottom bun, especially on this one. Just right at the top of the bottom bun, it's got that line where it's a little bit darker, like a real hamburger bun. To me, it's the little touches like that, where you look closely and you're like, ooh, ooh, look at that. And oh, see, there's mustard. Ooh. And like a little tiny onion. You can barely see him. But there's a little onion hiding right there. Oh. Oh. Yeah, we do lots of stuff like that, and also cutesy stuff. And tonight we are working on a stream redeem that our beloved bears cashed in, and we are working on biscuits and gravy. Our sausage, because it's biscuits and sausage gravy, our sausage is in the oven. This is pepper that we just made out of little tiny pieces that we had cured at a previous date. Everything we're making is made out of polymer, which is uncured plastic, like before you cure it by cooking it in your oven. This is Sculpey. Fimo. You might have used it before to like make beads or something when you were younger. And before it's cured, it's like Play-Doh. Ooh, and see, that's some cured sausage. But then after you cook it, it's plastic, and it still needs like a resin coat to be super durable. But once you cure it, it's plastic, and it'll stay like this forever. All right, we're going to grab sausage from the oven. Oh, hey, Seb. Just don't stick your you-know-what in my gravy. Yeah, please put nothing into my gravy, poor flavor. But how are you? How is it going? Because now we need biscuits. How are you? What is new? Okay, where did we put our scrap? There we go. This is our scrap clay model of our biscuit and gravy. And this is what we start with when we're making projects. Top, bottom, sausage gravy. And so the sausage is actually going to get mixed into this so it looks like it should. And a little bit of this pepper is going to get mixed into the gravy, but probably most of it is going to end up sprinkled on top of the gravy. And so we have an unsliced version of that. This is how big our biscuit needs to be. And now we need to figure out how, like, what color is the biscuit. We know the base is white, and it needs to have a nice yellowy brown cooked look to it. So while we ponder this, we are going to take a break so I can run downstairs, and then when we come back, we are going to be figuring out exactly what kind of beautiful yellowy brown is on the outside of a cooked homemade buttermilk biscuit. And I think we'll need to look up what's in a biscuit. I bet Zeb knows. Zeb's actually like a competition level baker. But I think it's flour, shortening. Oh, I guess buttermilk. I should have thought of that. Okay, so buttermilk, flour, some kind of fat, salt, baking soda. It really does inform us when we're making foods, because it helps us figure out what colors should this be. What are our dominant colors going to be? So yeah, what color is buttermilk? I'm guessing a light yellow. So I'm thinking for the biscuit dough, we're just going to basically go with white with like a really gentle yellow touch to it. And that's going to be our uncooked dough color. And then we'll look up what it should look like. Very, very, okay. So kind of in a crew almost. And then do you brush butter on top? I think you do, because I'm imagining like yellowy butter on top, but then parts of it like being brown, but not all of it. But I think we should start with a nice butter yellow and then go from there. Because we want the top of the biscuit to look nice and browned. You can, some people do. And see, we haven't done the texture yet. But we're going to need to texture and color. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Actually, that's a really good point. Usually we texture things and then cut them. But in this case, in case any of the surface of the bottom part of the biscuit is visible, because look, like right there, you can see the edge of this bottom part of the biscuit. This part is like all outsides. It'll be fine. But this, we need to make sure that this bottom part looks good without the gravy on it. Like, we can't count on the gravy to make it look cute and the right texture. And so I think we should... Oh, hi, Tech! Oh. What are you doing? We're debating exactly how we're going to texture this tiny biscuit for Bears'